Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have a show full of hot topics, everything everyone's talking about, according to Oscars, including the Oscars, excuse me. More minds are all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. We have new merch, so check it out. Now, this is Women's History Month, so shout out to all the trailblazing women, including our own Lynia Love, for all that you do. How's everybody doing? Y'all good? Monday? We're here.
As good can be on a Monday.
Exactly. And, this is my birthday week. So next Monday is my birthday. So I'm kind of, I always like to do something special each day leading up to my birthday. So I don't know what I'm going to do today, but, we'll see. Nice.
That means we're celebrating the holiday with no work on Monday, right?
Exactly. Absolutely. I'll be out of town. All right. Well, our question of the day is, are you a fan of daylight savings time? Lynia?
No.
Me either. You're not a fan at all.
No, we don't know whether we're coming or going. I mean, the only pro is what just happened with springing forward.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what it is, but the only pro is it gets darker later.
Right. What about you, Chike? Are you a fan?
Not as an adult. As a kid, I used to love it because, you got to stay out longer. When the street lights come on, they didn't come on till later on.
Right.
You can go home a little later. But now, these billable hours, man, are you kidding me?
Oh, my gosh. Yes. It threw me completely off. I'm still adjusting, which I think this has maybe been the hardest I've ever had to adjust to it. But tweet us at home. Let us know, are you a fan of daylight savings time? Stephen Knight Show, SHO. All right, last night's Oscars. Did you all watch?
I saw highlights. I didn't watch.
Yeah.
I was pleased with overall. I was pleased. I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah. So the big winners were Everything Everywhere All at Once. They had some great wins for their categories. I had planned on watching it, just have it on. You know what I mean? And I had a friend come over. We ordered food, start eating. I forgot about the Oscars, and then I saw there was a message that said Angela Bassett lost, and I was devastated. But to quote Ariana DeBose, Angela Bassett did the thing in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Her second time portrayal of Queen Ramonda landed her an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress, but Bassett didn't take home the win last night. Instead, Jamie Lee Curtis secured the award for a role in Everything Everywhere at All at Once. And fans online had plenty to say about the majority were calling a snub. As for Angela, the actress hasn't publicly commented on her loss. However, there was a trending discussion about her assumed disappointed look when DeBose announced Lee as the winner. Fans expected Angela to take home the award last night after she recently won the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress for the same role. Now, Lee's Oscar win is the second recent one for her Everything Everywhere All at Once role. Jamie also won the 2023 Screen Actors Guild Award for outstanding performance by a female actress in a supporting role. Bassett was also nominated for the category for Queen Ramonda. Now, the loss has sparked conversations about the Academy's voting process. According to the website, most categories receive nominations from members within the line of work. For example, actors nominate actors. After the loss, writer and podcast host Jamel Hill shared screenshots of an Entertainment Weekly interview that highlighted the thoughts of 4 Academy Award voters. Angela Bassett's excellence is undeniable, but a reminder of the mentality that she was up against in trying to win the Academy Award. Of course, not all voters think this way, but I'm guessing this isn't the only voter that has these kind of views. Hill tweeted. Now, there was an anonymous male voter, a conversation it leaked because they were talking about how Viola Davis and Danelle Deadweiler, how they weren't nominated for their roles in The Woman King and Till. It says, when they get in trouble for not giving Viola Davis an award, it's like, no, sweetheart, you didn't deserve it. We voted for 5 we thought were best, the voter said. It's not fair for you to start suddenly beating a frying pan and saying they're ignoring Black people. They're really not. They're making an effort. Maybe there was a time 10 years ago when they were, but they have, of all the high profile things, been in the forefront of wanting to be inclusive. Viola Davis and the lady director need to sit down, shut up, and relax. You didn't get a nomination. A lot of movies don't get nominations. Viola, you have one of 2 Oscars. You're doing fine. Now, minutes after Jamie gave her a winning speech, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors showed Angela some love on the Oscar stage. The Creed 3 actors started their presentation of the Best Cinematography Award by greeting Bassett. Jordan says, "Hey, Auntie," a throwback to the first time his Black Panther character Killmonger met Bassett's character Queen Ramonda. Majors followed up with, "We love you." The shout-out was viewed as a moment of solidarity online. Now, Angela Bassett did go to the Vanity Fair party, and she looked amazing, took pictures with Megan Thee Stallion, which was her first appearance since the Tory Lanez trial. So, Chike, let me ask you, I'm sure you all saw the clip. Angela Bassett, typically when they announce the winner, everyone gives a little fake smile. The people didn't win, but she looked extremely disappointed. And it kind of broke my heart watching her reaction. You know what I mean? You could tell it was real. What are your thoughts on her not winning? I saw Sherry Shepherd was saying how women of color don't get roles that are typically Oscar worth being nominated for an Oscar. And then I was thinking about, she's 64 years old. She's still amazing. She's great. But it took her 18 years to get her second nomination. What do you think about her, this quote unquote snub? Which, congratulations, Jamie Lee Curtis, because I love her too, but I really wanted Angela to win.
She is our generation Cicely Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame that talent doesn't get recognized like that, because they didn't really do it with Cicely either. She got an honorary, but yeah, that's a long, hard road. But I had my doubts about that one this year anyway, just because of the film. Those Marvel movies don't tend to fare that well in the Academy, just because that old stigma of not looking at them as films.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like art house stuff. But I don't know. I think her day will come. And this is my issue, and I'm going to leave everyone with this. Why do we keep trying to fit into a standard we did not create? The game's never going to be fair for us because they don't play with rules like we want to play with. It's not designed for us. Why do we keep wanting to play it? We want to live up to those particular standards. Why? Create your own award ceremony. Tyler, come on. Let's create an award ceremony that honors us on the top level.
Yeah. Yeah. Lynia, what did you think about this anonymous male voters' comments about Viola Davis, pretty much telling her to shut up and sit down? She's won her awards. What do you think about that?
I just heard the word wokeness again. I think we talked about it.
Yeah.
And we talked about what Chike just said. And wokeness, I just heard it. And I don't know if you guys know, Marlon Wayans has been hosting the Daily Show this week, whatever. And the CPAC that happens with all the Republicans and those people happened. And Nikki Haley, and you probably know where she's from. I don't know where she's from. Nikki Haley was like, and wokeness is worse than a pandemic that only kept us closed for a little bit. They are weaponizing. They're turning that narrative of wokeness into something dangerous when you compare it to the pandemic. And I literally just seen it because that's what Marlon Wayans talked about on the Daily Show. What can I say that hasn't already been said? And we actually literally just said it this week about create your own, and these awards are not really for us, but because we've been we've been brought up to, you know, head for that. You need to achieve that because that's the only thing that's going to validate you. No, her over 20 plus years career validates her.
Yeah.
Her picking the roles that she deemed worthy of her is enough alone. She's been in the game a long time. And so many of us, they played years in the game, years, and won't even get a morsel of what these other people get. Not nothing. So congratulations. She is a winner for us. And like you said, like Chike said, she is our Cicely Tyson for us. And I appreciate her and I love her artistry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, she is the highest paid Black female actress on TV with her show 911. Someone asked her in a recent interview, are you feeling the love, the flowers that people are giving? She said she does feel that. So I hope she really does feel that, because she is our modern day Sister Tyson, like you said. But also congratulations to all of the winners of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that is huge for the Asian community. The fact that people of color can bring people to the box office and do well. So congratulations to all of them. All right, well, athlete turned activist Colin Kapernick, he's open about his upbringing in a new graphic novel called Change the Game. While promoting the book, he's also dishing out how Rick and Teresa Kapernick, his adoptive parents, who are white, perpetuated anti-Blackness and put him through very problematic things. So he was in an interview with CBS recently, and he was talking about how, you know, he looked up to Allen Iverson, you know, had cornrows. And so when he decided he would get cornrows, his parents made a comment, or his mom made a comment, something like, you know, you look like a thug, is that how you can wear your hair? It's not professional, kind of thing. And then he also made reference to the fact that his dad was having a conversation with someone who had a Confederate flag on, which for many people symbolized racism and slavery. And that his father didn't seem fazed by that. And so he was just, his point is he knows that his parents loved him, but how it can happen in your own home, you know, if you're not mindful of these kind of things. What do you think about him speaking out about his adopted parents, Lynia?
That sounds like it's going to be some very, very hot tea.
Yeah.
I mean, because you would assume, not that you would assume, but the narrative would be what the narrative always is. They come in and they're saving us. They're saving us from ourselves. And he was adopted. We're saving him. We're saving him from his own self. You know what? Might have to be something I pick up and put on my reading list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chike, what are your thoughts on this? I remember in the Netflix special series that they had about his childhood, there was a scene where he was in the elevator, I believe with his father or his mother, I can't remember, but the person who worked at the hotel thought that he was messing with just a random white person, and then the parent had to say, no, that's my son. So these are his real experiences. I'm guessing he probably talked to his parents about this before putting it out there. What are your thoughts on all this?
I'm sure with all that he's been through and all this time, it's been a lot of cathartic work happening and a lot of purging. And so he's working through it.
Yeah.
And, you know, making money at the same time. Why not? You know, it's his story to tell, and I'm sure he's probably healing from it as he tells it. And stuff like that normally educates other people. So kudos to him.
Absolutely. And he said he purposely wears his hair long now because of those comments when he was younger, when he wanted the cornrows and whatnot. All right. Well, Monique, she's continued to be candid about her open marriage with Sidney Hicks, though she's now explaining how she's ultimately grew out the arrangement. Her comments came during a recent sit-down interview with The Hollywood Reporter, and the comedian started off by speaking on how she and her family are in the process of welcoming a new chapter. It's a new chapter, not because of Hollywood. it's a new chapter because my babies are graduating high school. It's a new chapter because my grandson will be going to kindergarten next year, and my granddaughter will be in 5th grade. She said those things are a priority for her. Now, the subject on open marriage, the Queen of Comedy, just speaking on it, and she said her husband and her husband's past arrangement. She was saying that it was her that wanted the open marriage. It wasn't her husband who wanted it. But she was saying how life, how life happens, and she kind of grew out of that. Then she talked about how much her husband has loved her in her darkest days, and she didn't want to sacrifice that for what she called a lay. Can you see that? I think about this because, I forgot what show I was watching, but it was a woman, her and her husband, they had that kind of arrangement. And she was saying how she had to keep it up because that's how she got him, and she didn't want to switch the game on him. She didn't think it was fair. But Monique is saying that just because of life and them growing stronger together and family growing, they don't have time to be doing that kind of stuff. And it's not important to her as important as her family. What are your thoughts on that, Chike?
I mean, to each his own. Whatever people do with their personal beings is their business. I don't even know why we need to even know about this.
Right.
Like, why is this a trend that people having these open marriages and these polyamorous relationships? Who cares? Do you, boo-boo? Nobody cares. No one cares. But congratulations on growing out of it, Monique, if that's what you want.
Lynia, what are your thoughts on her being so candid about what's going on in their bedroom?
At some point, you do get tired. Whether you're in a multi-person relationship, a two-person relationship, hell, a one-person relationship with yourself, you're going to get tired at some point, and you're going to need to switch it up. So it's either you grow or you stay in the same place where you are. And obviously, she's grown past that. That was, that's what phases are.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. Like, you get to a certain point in your life and it's like, I'm over that, or I'm cool with that. But I don't care what y'all do in the bedroom. But I also blame the people who do the interviews for even asking the question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, if you're, we wouldn't know about it. Would you be so open to talk about it if nobody asked the question?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they want their clickbait. That'll be the thing that'll get the clickbait, not everything else that she talked about.
Right.
So
yeah, because she also talked about her husband has been the best manager she's ever had. She said she's had some real big bosses in the management industry, but he's been the best manager for her. But of course, what made the headlines?
All they heard was orgies.
And she said people act like we were having these orgies. We weren't having orgies. We just were open sexually, but not anymore apparently. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, find out how a Black family was awarded $8.25 million for racial discrimination. And then an exotic cat was tested positive for cocaine. Right back after this.
Oh, no.